Hi, this is Miss Barnes. Today we're going to learn the parts of a regular business letter. The first thing you need to know is that your margins need to be 2-inch top margin and 1-inch side and bottom margins. The next thing I need to tell you is that your business letters will have a letterhead on them. The letterhead is usually pre-printed on paper, and you put that paper into the printer and then you put it through the printer when it's typed on it. So you will not be typing the letterheads. This is a block style business letter. Block style means everything starts at the left margin. So if you notice, there are no indentations at all, not even the paragraphs. The next part of a business letter is the date line. The date line goes at the 2-inch top margin. The date line has the month spelled out, space, followed by the day with a comma, space, and the year. After the date line, you quadruple space. And if you remember, quadruple space means 3 blank lines between typed lines. Then you come to the insider letter address. The insider letter address is the address to whom you're sending the letter. So if I were sending a customer a letter, that would be their address. If I were sending a business a letter, it would be the address to the business. Generally, in the insider letter address, if you know the name of the person, you would have their name. If you know their title, you would put their title after their name. If it's a short title, it would be comma after their name and the title. For example, manager. If it were a longer title, like personnel manager or receiving manager, you would put it on the line directly underneath their name. If you know the department, you would also put the department in. So if you know the department, it would go under the title or under their name, depending on whether you knew their title or not. Then comes the name of the company. After the name of the company, the next line would be the address of the company. It would be their street address and the street name of the company. Then the last line in the insider letter address would be the city, the state, and the zip code. Notice that there is a comma after the city, a space, and then you use the double, the 2-letter abbreviation for the state, space twice, and put the zip code in. That's your inside or letter address. After that, you double space, and then comes the salutation. The salutation is like a greeting, and generally it starts with dear. The only time I would not use dear would be if you were using to whom it may concern, because you don't know the name of the person, you don't know whether it's a male or a female. If you know the name of the person, always use their name. Don't use their first name because that's too familiar, but use their last name. Dear Mr. Doe. If you know the name of the person, but you're not sure if it's a male or a female, you could say, Dear Mr. / Ms. MS Doe. If you don't know the name of the person, you can always use dear, sir, or madam. But make sure that you always include sir or madam unless you absolutely positively know that it is a male or a female. After the salutation comes the body of the letter. You double space after the salutation, and then you single space the paragraphs in the body, but you double space between the paragraphs. The double space between the paragraphs lets you know that those are paragraphs. Notice once again it's block style, so they're not indented. After the body comes the complementary close. You double space between the last line in the body and the complementary close. And remember, double space means 1 blank line. The complementary close is usually sincerely, sincerely yours, cordially, or cordially yours. You want to be careful and not use too formal of a complimentary close. Also, thanks or thank you is not a complimentary close. If you're going to put thank you, it should be up here in the letter. Notice how they put thank you for the time. After the complimentary close, then you will quadruple space, which remember is 3 blank lines between keyed lines. Then you will type the writer's name. The writer's name is the name of the person that wrote the letter. It may not be the same person that types it, but it's the person that wrote it. If you know their title and it's a short title, you can put their title after their name, such as it is here. If it's a long title, then you can put it underneath their name, single space. If there's a department that they want to put underneath there, you would put that underneath there also. Then you would double space and key something called reference initials. Now, the reference initials are the initials of the person that typed the letter, not the person that wrote it, but the person that actually keyed it, like maybe the secretary or an assistant or something like that. The reference initials are in lowercase, no periods, no spaces between them. Once you type, if you are typing the letter yourself, you do not need the reference initials. Once you type the reference initials in the letter, if there is something that is enclosed or attached to the letter, you need to make an enclosure notation or an attachment notation. This tells the person that there should be something in this envelope that are attached to the letter that they should be looking for. So you'll know that because it usually says in the body of the letter, enclosed you will find, or as such here, the enclosed bill of lading charges, or it might say I am attaching my schedule to you. If it's an attachment, it means it's either paper clipped or stapled to it, and you'd use the word attachment. If it's enclosed, you just need to use the word enclosure, and notice how that starts with an uppercase letter. Thanks for your attention. I hope you learned something from this letter. Bye.